Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Play Branson, where you get to know Branson's entertainers better. My name's Chris Meyer. I'm going to be your host for the show today. And today's show is brought to you by the folks at iBranson.com. If you need help figuring out what shows are playing when or what attractions are going, be sure to go to iBranson.com. Our guest today is Kate Min, and she is with Cryptex Escape Rooms. And so we're going to take a little detour from shows, and we're going to talk about an attraction today. I don't think we've ever had anybody on here from an escape room before. Can you believe, like, this is our 7th season? It's hard to believe. We're excited to announce that we are now going to be on the Vacation Channel, so you can see our show every week on the Vacation Channel. That is on Channel 6 if you're on Optimum Cable here in the Branson area. Now, it also goes to cable companies outside the area in Forsyth, Kimberly City, Nixa, Ozark, and sometimes it may be on a different channel there. You can also pick us up on digital antenna at 36-1 in the area as well. Once again, you can still catch us on all our social media platforms, Facebook, YouTube, or PlayBranson.com. Now, if you're a local, and when I mean a local, that means you live here in the area, I want to tell you about something, and every so often I let people know about really good deals, and this is the Dining Passport. And this was designed for locals, and you can go to thediningpassport.com and buy this, and it's good for the rest of the year. You can get a lot of buy one, get one frees, up to $15. There's some great show and attraction date night offers on here, and so if you're local and you want to save money throughout the year, you need to check out the Dining Passport. Go to thediningpassport.com. Now, if you're a tourist, here's what I recommend for you is the Flavor of Branson Dining Guide. This lists every restaurant in town. There's about 20 to 30 coupons in the back of it. So pick this up in your hotel lobby, or there are racks all over town that these are free publications, and you can get that. Now, here's another dining publication I want to mention, which is the Taste of Branson. So if you're looking for like samples of menus, this is the publication to get. Once again, it's free. It's located all over Branson, and you can put this, use this to help make your restaurant decisions, because there's over like 300 restaurants in the Branson area. If you're here in Branson on spring break, we just want to say welcome to you. We're so glad you're here, and we hope you have a great time. We're going to be back in just a second with Kate Min.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome to another edition of Play Branson, and on today's show, I have for the first time ever, Kate Min. Kate, welcome to the show.
Thank you for inviting us.
So every once in a while, we will actually have an attraction or someone from an attraction come in, and we'll talk to them about their attraction. And so Kate, you have an escape room here in town, and we're going to talk about that, but I want to talk about your history and how you got to Branson first. And so kind of tell us about that.
Well, you know, as my joke, I say that we flew because it's a lot faster by plane than by boat when people ask how we got here. We came from Eastern Europe, and we've been here for 15 years.
And so how did you find out about Branson? What did you come here on like a student visa, or did you just like, how did you know?
We actually did, yes. The first time we did, we had a friend who was here a year before, so she told us about Branson. And we came here with intent to be for a couple months, and we loved it so much we stayed here for 15 years.
Yeah.
So when we first came, as you asked, we just worked, we just found a job in the restaurant, but then we knew we could do better, more. So we opened our own restaurant, and we had it for almost 10 years.
10 years. And so that was Mitsuniko, right?
That is, yes, that's correct.
And so that was kind of a, like, talk about the restaurant a little bit. Like, what was it? What style of restaurant was it?
Well, it is Japanese cuisine, and we met with my husband in college back at home, and he studied Japan and Japanese, and that was kind of a thing for us to do because he knew a lot more about it than you would think that people know in Japanese restaurants.
And so you've sold the restaurant a couple of years ago. And so now you're full-time into escape rooms.
We are, yes, and that's what we do now.
And so this escape room is called Cryptex Escape Rooms.
Yes.
And so what kind of led to you saying, hey, I want to open an escape room? Like, how does that come about?
when my husband first saw it, it started in Europe actually before it started in the United States. And us being from there, he saw it and he offered to try that as a business. And I said, who will pay money to be locked in the room to be able to get
funny.
out? Seriously. But then we traveled and we went and tried one and we loved it so much that we decided why not. So we were actually the first escape rooms in Branson to apply to the city hall and get all the paperwork and all that stuff.
Yeah, I knew you guys had been there a long time, but I did not realize that you were the first.
We were the first one to start the process and all the research for the city because they didn't know what the escape rooms were at the time we applied. So we actually we started in April 2015.
April 2015, and so we're almost to 8 years.
Yeah.
8 years. Okay. I tell you what, we're going to stop right here, and we'll be back in just a second with more with Kate. Hang tight. Hey folks, we're back on PlayBranson. We're talking to Kate Min with Cryptex escape rooms. And so, Kate, talk to us, like you have a lot of escape rooms, or is it one escape room but different experiences? Like if I've never been to one, like tell me about this.
You pretty much go into the room with clues and puzzles and you need to solve your way out by solving the things, finding things, unlocking locks, some digital switches, buttons. Pretty much you need to get your way through the room and to get out. And one thing I'll mention, you guys never physically trapped in the room, in our rooms. So we have different ins and outs. So entrance door is always unlocked, but all the other doors in all of our rooms are multiple rooms. So it's never one room. It's always, you don't know what's coming. We have one building, so one location, but we have 5 different games. So if you can come and play different games, you can choose scenario which one you want to play, and they different approach, different matches, different personalities, I would say, but it doesn't mean that you cannot play one or play all of them. Mm-hmm. It's great for all the people, but they're all kids friendly, so none of them are scary. I know sometimes people ask for it, which maybe they want it, but we feel like in the community we are, which is really kids friendly and family oriented. That's what we want to do for now, as far as not having scary themes. So we have 5 different themes. We have 60 minutes and we have 90 minutes games. So
there's going to be at least an hour to an hour and a half.
Yes, so depending on which game they pick, but as a minimum an hour in the room, but we always recommend that they come a little earlier because we take pictures, we do presentations, things like that. So as far as planning time, I'll probably say hour and a half for 60 minutes games and about 2 hours for 90 minutes games.
Okay.
And we also actually have a mobile unit that we never advertise anywhere, but we actually have opportunity to take a mobile unit to the facility, which we do. We actually had graduation projects and a prom project that invite us, but yeah, we've done that too.
See folks, I learned something new, and I'm guessing you learned something new, is that they can go mobile. That is awesome. Let's talk about like the types of games. So you have 5 different games. So are they different themes, different like levels of like skill, or talk to us about that?
They're all different themes, and actually not just different games. You will not find the same puzzle in 2 of our rooms. So all the puzzles that we have, they're all different. You can safely play all of them and not see anything you've seen before. And yes, so we do have a travel theme, we do have a murder investigation, we have a space mission, we have Crypt, which is 90 minutes, which is the coolest room, and it's full of electronics. It looks like a forest when you start. The goal there is to disarm the bomb. So they're all different approach, different types of puzzles you solve, different, like as I said, different personalities, but sometimes, you know, people like to search more, so one room have more search. Some people like just think. One room will have more of this. But roughly, one is harder than the others, but the 60 minutes games, they probably about the same difficulty. It's just you can put less people in one, more people in the other, so it also depends on the size of the group. Some of it for the bigger group, some of it for the smaller ones.
Okay, so that's a great point. So tell me, like, is there a certain minimum number of people that you have to go into an escape room?
Well, minimum is 2, so you don't have to have a big team, but it probably will be really lonely to play escape room by yourself. So minimum is a couple of friends can go and play. and you can pick any room like that. But
what's the max that you?
The max it's 8 to 10.
Okay.
Just depends on the room. Some rooms we have that maximum is 5, but we have 3 rooms that we can put like up to 10 people if there is a big family or friends that don't want to split. Okay. If you have a big team, I just felt like it's important. It's not like one person is solving something and the other 9 people are watching because there is nothing to do. Those rooms that are bigger, they actually have puzzles that all of people can participate in the same time. So they can divide and conquer, and they design that way.
So have you, in the course of the time that you've been doing this, have you seen people come back like and do all the different rooms, or do you ever see any of that happen?
Yes, and as a matter of fact, it not only happens in a time span, it happens in a week. While family is here a week, they'll come and play all rooms we have. And that's a little bit of a problem we run into, because my husband and I, we build everything ourselves. And sometimes I just feel like we don't have time, like we can't convert them fast enough because people played all of our rooms.
So you guys have won some pretty cool awards for the escape room. So talk about those awards you've won.
We do. We actually have Best in Branson escape rooms 4 years in a row. We do have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google.
Okay, so over 1,000. Now let's repeat that. 1,000 5-star reviews. Mm-hmm. Now, why do you think you've gotten so many awesome reviews?
Well, I really hope because people love what we do and they keep coming back, and we really put an effort to be the best in what we do, because we like creating them, we like making them fun, and we want people to enjoy what we do.
So I went to TripAdvisor, just doing the host research, right? And they had 5 stars on TripAdvisor. I mean, like, you can't get any higher on TripAdvisor. And so I'm like, wow, that's pretty awesome, because it's hard to be perfect or to have the 5 stars on TripAdvisor. So what that tells me is you guys are really paying attention to the customer experience and how people are enjoying it, that type of thing, and so that's awesome. So.
We do. We're honestly trying to build relationship, if you were to say, with the customers, instead of just, and that's one of the reasons. Sometimes it makes it harder for us, like longer presentations, but we actually do it in person. So instead of, which I know it's easier, we have those videos just to turn the video and say, here, watch the rules. We actually like to talk to people and explain them everything, because I think that what it builds that connection, and people love coming back.
Yeah. So folks, if you're looking for that unique family-friendly attraction here in Branson, try out the Cryptex escape room. You're going to have a blast, and you're going to be able to go to the #1 escape room in Branson. So we'll be back in just a minute to wrap the show up.
There are so many things to do in Branson. You need help planning and booking all your fun. You need iBranson.com. You can find everything Branson has to offer from your computer, tablet, or cell phone. You can even buy tickets online or talk to one of their friendly Branson travel specialists. There's no sales pitches, no delivery fees, no service fees, and no waiting. It's fast and easy. Find your fun at iBranson.com. Do it all online or call 877-ENTERTAIN. That's 877-368-3782. iBranson.com.
Hey folks, welcome back to PlayBranson. We're wrapping the show up today. We want to thank Kate for coming out. And it's been so neat to see how their family has really come from overseas and made Branson their home. And now they are wowing guests at their escape room, winning multiple awards, tons of awesome reviews. I love that. You can find them once again at 1819 West 76 Country Boulevard. Or you can give them a call at 417-320-6263. Next week's show, I've got 2 guys that are crazy buckets and boards. We haven't had them on the show for almost 4 years, so I'm excited to find out what's going on in their world. And they're with, once again, Buckets and Boards Percussion Comedy Show, and they'll be on the show next week. Upcoming events, March 24th through the 26th, we've got the Branson Elvis Festival, hosted by Legends in Concert. A lot of great things happening that weekend over at Legends in Concert over at the Dick Clark's American Bandstand Theater. Also, coming up at Silver Dollar City on March 31st, we have Manic Drive as part of Young Christians Weekend. April 1st, Corey Osbury and Riley Clemens. And then on April 2nd, We Are Messengers. So some great Christian artists coming to town. Be sure to get your youth group and come on out for that. April 6th through the 30th, Street Fest at Silver Dollar City, followed by on May 4th through the 29th, Bluegrass and Barbecue. Tons of bluegrass people in town for that festival out at Silver Dollar City. And I'm really looking forward to this one on June 3rd. Michael W. Smith is going to be in Branson. I'm so excited to see that 15 million records sold. When I was in high school, the biggest song in 1988 was like Friends, and I was probably played at every graduation. And so Michael W. Smith wrote that song and many more, 36 #1 hits. So lots of other great entertainers coming up later this fall. Everything from the Oak Ridge Boys to the Bellany Brothers, the Gatlin Brothers, Ricky Skaggs, lots of different people coming in later this year. So be sure to go to Facebook, like us on Facebook, like us on YouTube. If you have an artist you want to see, let us know. And if you need to see what's playing in Branson, be sure to go to ibranson.com. That's it this week for Play Branson. We'll see you next week. Have a good week.